Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Simplified with Vandana once again. Today I'm going to continue with the introduction, topic 1.2, Introduction to the C++ language. Topic 1.1 has already been done, Introduction to Programming, in a set of 4 videos which I have already uploaded. Do check them out. Today let's talk about the C++ language. Okay, let's begin with the C++ language introduction. First of all, you should just note that C++ is a general purpose programming language. It's a general purpose programming language, can be used for any kind of general purpose. It was developed in the early 1980s by a famous computer scientist, Jan Strostrup. Before this language was developed, Dennis Ritchie had already developed the C language. Now the requirement was to extend the C languages so as classes, the concept of classes could also be included. So when classes were added to the concepts of the C language, so this particular C++ language was finally developed. So we can say it is actually based on object-oriented programming concepts. Now, I just wish to add another thing, that if you are keen in learning the C language, then you can very well follow my lectures for the C++ language up to the point where object-oriented programming begins. So C++ language before object-oriented programming concepts is very much similar to the C language. I hope I'm clear. All right. So I think let us proceed further now and just have a look at the various features which are available for this particular C++ language. Now, as you can see from here, the first important thing is it is a very simple language. C++ is a very simple language, very easy to understand and learn. All right. So this is the first feature that says that it is a simple language. Next, we come to portability. Portability, the term portable, I think you must be aware about this term. It means that once the code is written on one machine, then it can be very well transferred or copied to another machine. So this is the feature of portability. Next, we come to the level of language. If you have already seen my earlier videos regarding the introduction to programming, I have explained over there the various levels of programming languages. So in that chart, if you can just go back and just have a check of that, you'll find that there is one level which is called middle level. So the C++ language belongs to the middle level. It has a rich library. Now, what is the meaning of this rich library? Library means wherever we have a number of commands which are to be used. Okay, when you start writing the programs, you will have to deal with commands. Now, the commands are actually placed in the library. Every language has a particular library which has a set of all these various commands under various categories. All right, under various categories, the library, that particular language library, stores the commands. So you can say that the commands are stored in the library. Okay, so when we talk about C++, so it has a rich library means it has a whole lot of content wherein you can refer to the library for using various commands. Next feature says that it is a case-sensitive language. Case-sensitive C++, just like the C language, it has to be written in the lower case. Okay, it is written in the lower case. So this means it is a case-sensitive language. Object-oriented programming, this I have already mentioned, whenever the concept of classes and objects are going to be discussed, this is a very specific kind of programming. Okay, the opposite is actually procedural programming. So object-oriented programming is unlike a procedural programming. It is based on the concept of classes and objects. For the time being, I'm not going into the details of classes and objects. First, let us finish off with the basics of C++ language. Then slowly these concepts will flow with time. All right. The language is a very fast language. When you compile and you want to run the language, it executes, the execution is really fast. Okay. Next feature is about recursion. This facility of recursion is possible with C++. Recursion means when you are going to reuse the data in a specific format. Okay, when you are going to, this is a concept of functions. So this will be further understood when we'll talk about functions. Next, it is a dynamic allocation. It involves dynamic memory allocation. Now, dynamic memory allocation means as and when required. As and when required, the memory allocation is very simple if it is dealing with the dynamic memory allocation. Last but not the least, we have a very important feature, that is, it is compiler based. Okay, now this also I've already explained in my previous lectures, the meaning of compiler or interpreter. So C++ language makes use of compilers. All right. Now, I hope this lecture was really helpful for you. It included the basics of the C++ language. We just had a brief introduction about what the language is all about. And then we just took a trip of the various features of the C++ language. All right. Now, if everything is clear, the first module, then you can definitely try out this assignment. Okay, you can just take a minute to note this down, or you can take a screenshot of this particular assignment for module 1. So if you are following my lectures, then definitely you'll be able to answer these. This is just a very small kind of an assignment, only 5 questions to be answered. Thank you.